Right, so this is going to be a long video, at least by TikTok standards and probably not by YouTube standards. But hopefully you stay till the end, as I would really like the thoughts from the specific people I'm going to call to the front here, and everybody else can feel free to listen in and give whatever insight that they might have. So, I need the people that, please come to the front, that have chosen to be homeless by choice. Meaning they can choose on a whim to no longer be homeless and go move into a place. And they are instead choosing to be homeless for whatever reason. Well, there's probably only one reason, honestly. But whatever reason, okay? Having said that, now let's get into it. And if this thing gets edited, it's because I'm cooking dinner and I'm cooking rice right now. So if I hear that thing going off, so I am moving out of this place. Last day is September 30th, 2025. Right? October 1st, I need to be somewhere else. Where? Anywhere, just not here. Student loans for me start up in November 5th. From what I'm seeing here, it's going to be a $300 monthly payment. Okay. I'm not renewing here because I've been here for what, 8, 9, 10 years? I think 10 years now. They keep increasing the rent, as we all renters expect, but nothing has been upgraded. The only reason why the carpet was changed is because the water heater on the third floor broke. The people on the second floor, and it flooded down into the second floor water heater, because it's all the same thing all the way down. They, for whatever the hell odd reason, chose not to tell anybody. I don't know why, considering that I guess you'll be able to tell what kind of people are living directly above me. That happened in Biden's first or second year, long before Trump came with this ICE business. So I don't know why they chose not to tell anybody. But then it came and flooded down here, made a giant hole in the wall, or a watermark in the wall, flooded out, everything came through here, and that's how that got changed. So short of that, nothing has been upgraded in about a decade, more or less a decade. So they're trying to increase it again. I started off at $1,200, me and my girl started off at $1,200 for this 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. $1,666 is how much is getting paid now. They're trying to increase it to $1,791 or $94, some shit like that. Not happening. So I'm moving. However, I have not looked for a place. Oh, and by the way, I say my girl, but really it's my wife and soon-to-be ex-wife. August 28th would have been 10 solid years of marriage, but August 1st, obviously of this year, is when the divorce is final. So there's that. She's long gone about her business, and that's it for that, because I don't really bring her into my videos or anything like that. So we have not looked for, at least I have not looked for a place in about a decade. Okay. And I'm looking at the price of these places. Obviously I'm going to take a hit, because 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom place, I'm not finding that again for less than $2,000 something bucks. Okay, fine. I'm not worried about that, and you'll see why when I get on with it. The reason why I am asking you all to come to the front is because I have a couple of options here. The first one is for me to go and, how do I explain this out to you people? Since I'm asking for effectively the internet, but you specific people that have chosen to be homeless by, or have done it before, even if you're not doing it anymore, by choice. I have a couple of options here. I can sleep in my car. I'm not going to go and get another apartment right now because, well, number one, if I was going to do that, I would have just stayed here. Number two, because of the student loans and all that stuff, and because I don't want to keep making minimum payments on my debts, I want to get them paid off, as I should have a long time ago. I am choosing to sacrifice now in order to pay that stuff off in more or less a year. Could honestly be a year. And how am I going to do that? I'll show it to you and I'll explain it. I'll explain. This is why it's going to be a long video. I'll explain it. Bear with me. I'm trying to put this in logical order so it makes sense. Sleep in my car. I just found out recently that this Chrysler, probably all cars do this, but the Chrysler 300, their seats, if you take off the headrest, it folds all the way flat, so you essentially have one gigantic long ass thing from the front all the way to the back. So I will always have a bed, put it to you like that, because I have a Chrysler 300. Okay. A 2014 one, because it seems to me that like the ones that are the most recent body style, they seem a little bit shorter for some odd reason. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I have a 2014 one. You all have seen it. The next option is to rent a room, which is the one that I'm looking at the most, obviously, because obviously, I'm looking at the ones that are 1,000 or less. Why? Because I plan on, well, selling like the couch out there and maybe even the TV too. Selling pretty much everything. I'm keeping my color laser printer. Definitely not getting rid of that. Selling as much shit as I can, and then everything else goes into a storage. I am seeing special prices here where I would probably only need a what? I mapped it out while I was at work. This past Friday, 10 by 10, 11 by 11, something like that. And I'm seeing prices online, the online price of less than $100 a month. Put that on auto pay, you'll see my Excel sheet that I created just from scratch in a second. So that is my main option that I'm angling towards the most, is to just go rent a room for like a year, God forbid two, but a year. I might not need more than a year, and and you'll know why in a second. And put everything in storage and just live out of a suitcase with my laptop. Okay. And then the third option, was there even a third option? No, there was no third option. So yeah, that is it. And for all you people that have ever intentionally been homeless, the first option that I mentioned, what are your thoughts on that? Now, this is Maryland. Maryland gets all 4 seasons. This is going to happen starting October 1st, if that was the route I went. And that would give me, what, maybe 2 months before the cold season comes in. But the amount of money I would save, and I pretty much just need a blanket, plus the body heat would probably keep me warm in the winter, along with the blanket. And you're probably asking, okay, but why go to those drastic extremes? Especially, well, I haven't told you anything about the money yet and all that, but anyway, why go to those drastic extremes? Simple, because I want to get out of debt. I want to be out of debt. I am single. I have no kids, no girlfriend, soon to be for all intents and purposes, no wife, although technically still married, but soon to be no wife, just me by myself, and I'm making the money. I'm making the money. So, the biggest obstacle to this would be the winter. That would probably be the worst of it. Now, for those of you who might be thinking, okay, but where are you going to wash your ass and stuff? And all? Well, okay, I have a gym that's 24 hours, and it's not Planet Fitness. It's a consequential gym where I can go. It's 24 hours. So they have showers. Okay. And as far as food goes, I'm not paying 1666 in rent or soon to be 17 something. Hell, I wouldn't even be paying the several hundreds, less than 1,000 to rent a room. I would be able to eat out, healthy eat out every day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and in between. Okay, so food would be covered. Shower is covered. Obviously, I can afford to go to a laundromat. So that's covered. Right? So then, let's get into a few other things as to why it is that I'm even thinking of these drastic measures. Here is the projection. I don't know if y'all can see this. This is as big as I can get it while having everything all in one. So you see here, I created this just fresh out of, just from scratch. Here is literally all my expenses. This is the one that I go by now since I have rent paying, but this is the projection. No rent, no utilities, no nothing yet. If I go and rent a room, it's going to be rent with utilities included, obviously. So these three would not be there. My mom's P.O. box, okay, that's fine. No, I would not be staying with her. I'm not getting into that, but the answer is no. I would have IRS and Maryland, and there's a reason why I have IRS debt. You'll hear about that in a second, or in a little bit. and based off what you hear from that, you're gonna probably be like, "What the fuck are you even thinking?" Hey, again, I want to get out of debt as fast as possible because I'm willing to sacrifice now for a one measly year to be 100% debt free, and then I'm going to be living. I am not going to be one of these people that's faking it, that looks rich while while I'm standing in debt. Debt is like 10 feet over my head and I'm standing straight, submerged in debt. No. I'm going to be one of these people that you could tell, if you know what to look for, that I'm not even rich, because I'm not going to be rich out of this, but I'm going to be debt free, and in that way, you just have to understand. You just have to understand. Those people that have absolutely zero debts of any kind to anybody, that's what I'm about to be next year this time, if not halfway through the year after next. And all of this will be explained. So, let's get to it. These are my debts. These are literally all of my debts down here. All of those debts total, as of right now, today, July 12th, 2025, $75,537. Okay. Student loans is kind of what was killing it. Okay, it's because if you, let's see, I probably should start off with the money. Let me bring it back to me for a second. I am employed full-time. I work for the government. Okay. National, state, or local, not telling you. Doesn't matter. Point is, government, not a contractor, actual direct government. So, there you go. I really don't want to tell out my business as far as financials to anybody, but considering I'm not only government but union, I don't think there's anything anybody can do to fuck it up. So, I will not tell the exact specific number, but I will give you a general rounding. August 28th, that date again, my anniversary of, what was it? This is 2023. 2023, I started working there. I started off at like, what, 70,000? From my previous job of like 41,000. Through a whole bunch of cost of living adjustments, one of which happens to, through a whole bunch of cost of living adjustments, one of which happens this month, July, and then obviously next month is again my anniversary. Right now I'm at 81, and Comes September, so through August, cost of living adjustment this month, annual increase, anniversary increase next month, August 28th. So by September, I will be at 86. Not going to tell you the exact amount, but 86, call it that. That is my base during the non-election years. During the election years, which is going to be next year. So it's midterm, primary, and general, and then presidential election, primary and general. I make significantly more. Significantly more. Why? Why does it keep going up and down? Because during the election years, of which 2026 will be one, the amount of raw overtime gradually increasing until you get to election night for the primary, and then it drops down, and then we get like a little tiny break of like a month or so, and then it goes up again, up again, up again to election night of the general. And again, this is midterms, which we're about to go to, and then presidential in 2 years. The amount of raw overtime, including that night, that election night, when I have to be, well, everybody, but especially me, has to be there for at least 35 hours in one sitting. 35 hours of raw overtime, not including all the other overtime for the rest of the week and all that, right? 35 hours, probably minimum. For me, the last one was 41 hours straight, raw overtime. Do that twice a year. And that is the reason why on the election years, despite the fact that I have called it an $86,000 a year base salary, during the election years, I pull in over 100,000 after taxes. Barely over 100, but still over 100,000. That, and bringing it over to here, that is the reason why I owe the IRS 2,000 something, and I owe Maryland 500, I think it is. I need them to give me an official notice. 2,000 because, again, make sure you understand this, that is just me. But remember, this household was dual income, no kids. She actually probably got an increase at this point, but she made back, I'm not going to tell you exactly how much it was, but it put us over 200,000. Okay, that is and after all the deductions and credits and whatever the fuck else, so student, because she was going to school or whatever, and this credit and that all, we still end up owing the IRS almost $3,000. So there's that. I really hate putting out all my business here, but considering there's no way to stop this, I don't feel so bad. So that is that, in addition to all of this. Now you see this. This is TTF is total to freedom. Okay? This is how much I gotta pay. I have all, my God, I'm just all over the place here. Personal bills, AP, auto pay. All this is auto pay. Every single thing here is literally on auto pay. I have a separate account for the auto pay. These things are set every single year. These things are stuff that was paid off, so that's why it's blank. I just need to shrink them. I haven't done it yet. Or stuff that will be paid off. They're not paid off yet, but by the time I got to move out of here, they will be paid off. So that's why they're blank like this. This is auto pay right here. This is because these are the exact same every single month. This, well, this honestly could be as well. So could this, but the utilities were not. They vary, so that's why they're not on auto pay. Monthly grand total, and of course this didn't include rent, but each pay period, each paycheck, every 2 weeks obviously, I would need to make sure that this much is in the auto pay account as it's currently set up here. So let's add rent at renting a room, 1,000. and that's utilities included. So monthly grand total is $2,000. Now you can feel free to go and do the math as to how much I'm taking home every day, just from the or every paycheck, just from the base, not any overtime craziness, but just from the base, to see if I can afford this or not. Per pay period, I would only need to put in that much. And all the rooms that I'm seeing, scams or not, are less than 1,000 with utilities included. I do this for a year, right? Okay. And yeah, in fact, let's see all of that. Let's just do something real quick. Gas, I'm gonna budget. Let's see now, V8, 5.7 liter V8, all-wheel drive, $60. I'm gonna do that, $60. Well, 60 a week. So let's do it like this. Calculator. Let's do that all. All right, so 60 a week times 52 weeks divided by 12. So $260 a month. Okay. Let's just put that here. $260, make sure I have enough money to get my ass to work, to and back a week. Okay. I'm budgeting $60. I've never had to pay more than 60. Luckily for me, my car can use it. It's recommended mid-grade, but it can use regular. Thank God I didn't go and get the 6.4 like I wanted, because that's premium only. So $60 a week. So that's rent and utilities included. All the rest of my debts, each pay period, I would need to have $1,256.50. Oh, and also let's put just $100. It's actually less than this, but $100 a month for the storage. Okay, fine. It doesn't include food, but food can scale. So there you go. This much in the separate auto pay account, of which part of my paycheck just directly goes in there depending on what I actually need here. Every month. That's month. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Pay period. That's pay period. Monthly grand total is this, but pay period is that much. And then the rest goes to wiping this shit out. Okay. So monthly grand total is that much. Let's just do it. Let's just do it right now. Monthly grand total, 2,613. Obviously, these are, I rounded up for a lot of these, most if not all of these. So that's why these numbers look nice and round, is because I just rounded up to the nearest whole thing to make it easy. Shit. 2,613. Monthly grand total. Each month, my bills would come to, what the fuck? All right. I need to get a new keyboard and mouse. This mouse is this much times 12 months in the year. There you have it. There you have it. 31 something. And I tell you that I made, I'm not giving you an exact number, but I'm just giving a nice round number. When I leave out of here, I will be making 86 during a non-election year and over six figures. 86 gross, fine. Whatever comes in after taxes. But I make over six figures after taxes from the raw overtime alone. Okay, so. And yet, I just did it in real time here. This is all my bills. This is all my just routine bills each month for an entire year. Renting a room under 1,000. Or, yeah, 1,000 with utilities included. Right? Now, if I were to be homeless by choice, let's take that off. 0. Monthly grand total is this much. Okay. 1613 times 12 months. You see now I am entertaining the thought of just being intentionally homeless. You see now why I am entertaining that. 19,000 pays everything for a year. And I have the whole rest of that to throw at this. Next year, okay, 19, well, okay, it's going to be a little bit more than this by the time you factor in interest. Interest here, obviously, a little bit of interest here, a little bit of interest here. So, shit. I'm taking in 100,000 after taxes, but 75. Let's throw 5,000 in interest, cause like this is gonna get paid off before I leave here. This I need to dispute because I already paid these people, but we'll just leave that on here for now, just in case I miss something. All right. Shit. Okay. So let's do it like this. That for next year, January 1st to December 31st, if I were to be intentionally homeless, living in my car, right? That plus 75, 530. Okay, let's call it, I'll just say 80. Shit, whatever, just 80. And I can be 100% debt free in a year. I'm going to take home a hell of a lot more than that after, well, a hell of a lot. A hell of a lot. A few thousand more than that after taxes. Because you best believe I will be maxing out 401ks and all that beautiful bullshit. Okay. You see now why I'm entertaining this thought. Oh, you have to sacrifice what you want. Okay, well, this is the reason why I'm asking. You see now the reason why I'm asking this. Why I'm trying to get people's thoughts, specifically the thoughts of those that intentionally became homeless by 100% choice. They could choose not to be homeless whenever the hell they want, but they're choosing to be for that. You see now the reason why. And then that's car paid off. In fact, let's look at it. Car paid off. Bye-bye. Car insurance, I'm not, hell, I'm paying the minimum that these people that I have the car loan with require. That's not state minimum. The moment that car payment is gone, that car loan is gone, car payments are done, I'm not paying more than $80 for car insurance. You hear that, Geico? I'm fucking 38. I have not had an accident ever. Well, no. I did have an accident when I slid in, when it was winter time and I slid in with, and this is when I had the 2012 Mazda 6. It was winter time and I slid into the divider, but that was me alone. No other cars were involved. It was a solid, concrete or stone, whatever the hell, the divider of I-270, north and south. So needless to say, that didn't get hurt. Okay. And truth be told, the car looked damn near fine. It's just that the rack and pinion bent. So, okay. But apart from the driver's side mirror coming off, and that looked like that could have been popped back in, if not just, the car was untouched. The car body was untouched. Despite the rack and pinion bending, the entire shell of the car was not touched. So there you go. So short of that accident, no accidents. Okay, that didn't involve anybody. Nobody got hurt. Right? And I think they actually forgave me for that. Make fucking sense. It was literally winter and I hit some black ice trying to get off on the exit to go to work. Okay. What else? Renter's insurance. Renter's insurance? I don't know. Student loans would be done too. Shit. Zero. Fucking. Hold on. Zero there. Crunch Gym, Spotify, car insurance, internet, renter's insurance, auto spot for the car, fine. $260 was for gas, $100 was for the storage. They're gone. $74 for the cell phone and my virtual address. Being intentionally homeless. At $1,000, if I want to just rent a room, each pay period, I would need to come up with $808.50. Do you all see it now? Do you see why I am entertaining these options? Because please believe, once next year is done and 2027 comes around, I will be traveling. And I will not be one of these people that's faking it. That's the one thing that and again, I'm glad I don't need social media to live. I am not one of these people that have to fake it on social media. When you see me with the night, well, I mean, hell, I love my Oakleys, so I'm probably going to have Oakleys. I'm going to have a leather jacket, custom-made leather jacket, much like I have custom-made all my clothes for work are custom-made leather jacket from MakeYourOwnJeans.com. Tariffs be damned. I am going to be traveling. I have a U.S. passport. I have a Jamaican passport. I am going to be going back to Jamaica first, back home, and get some shit sorted out, including some land that apparently is due to me. I should have gotten that from 23. I'm 38, probably going to be 40 by the time I get down there. All right. Get some land, then look into some other land. I will be fucking traveling. May or may not see what the fuck is up with Japan. Maybe. And I will not be faking it. I will be 100% debt free. Obviously, I'm not going to be sleeping in my car all the time. Might do it 1 year if it's worth it. And this is where you all come in. People that have intentionally been homeless, sleeping in their cars, sleeping wherever else, getting a tent, sleeping in the woods, whatever. Shit. Right? However you all did it to become debt free. I think that's probably the only reason why anybody does this. Either that or because, well, can't afford it. Whatever, you get it. I will not be faking it. I literally will not be faking it. I will not be struggling. God forbid. I mean, hell, why? Well, because I want my shit out of storage. I want to have my 4K set up with my Rode business. Here you go. With my Rode business, microphone. Probably upgrade this from this C920 of 1080p to probably a 4K 60 frames per second business. Upgrade my fucking computer. Like anybody who knows. This is embarrassing to admit, being a computer person as I am. I'm still running DDR3. Why? Because I'm still running an FX 9590 and an R9 Fury X. As liquid cooled as those all are. Okay? In a custom loop. It would be nice to upgrade. and not have to worry about price. Maybe I get me a Threadripper processor. Who the fuck knows, right? Probably turn all this shit into a liquid cooled server, and who knows? So that'll probably be the reason why I go get my own place, plus my own place. But hey, at 1,000 a month just to rent a room, and trust me, they're gonna be happy. Like the last time I rented from somebody in a room, I was sitting there coming with next month's rent ahead of time. I'll never forget that shit where she was like, "Wait, already? I literally just paid this month's rent yesterday. 13 days later, I'm coming with next month's rent paying. Hey." And I wasn't making anywhere near as much fucking money as I'm making now. So they're probably not going to want me to leave because it's consistent, guaranteed money. I really am trying to keep my expenses as low as possible. Plus, if I'm going to be traveling as much as I'm traveling, do I really want to be paying? Because let's see now, today, I mean, assuming that the housing price doesn't crash, or the rental market doesn't crash, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom in a quality place. Let's just say probably not. Let's just go with 1,800. 1,800. Let's say. Well, no. Whoa, 1,800. No, yeah, 1,800. Okay, so that goes from. From 808.50 renting a room for $1,000 and having shit in storage to that for 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. Okay, plus water, 50, call it. Gas, call it another 50. Electric, call another 50. Assuming that it's not an all electric place or an all gas or whatever. Okay. Renter's insurance, call that $10. So there you go. Prepaid period shit. That might actually be worth it, yeah. Okay, so you're probably thinking, why not just do that now? That assumes I can find a place for 1,800. Pay period 12. Each pay period comes with that much. But then again, also that assumes that all this shit's paid off, which it's not. So yeah, there's the reason why. There's the reason why. Plus, you gotta have deposit, which is probably going to be the exact same amount. So, and to have, what is this, 3,600? 36? Is that the? You need 16. Yeah, 36, I think it is. 100. One shot, I don't have that. So, there you have it. Now that I've gone through all of that and told out my business, which I did not want to do, but I am sitting here hemming and hawing too much, and I would kind of like a solid plan on this. I can go either way, but I want to know if there's certain things that I mean, I've rented a room before in people's place, so I know that, but I've never been homeless before. So is there anything I'm missing? Anything I'm not thinking about? Oh, what about your safety? Okay, well, I'm 6'4", measuring myself barefoot, standing up dead straight, 6'4" point, whatever the hell. I'm losing weight. I am 344 pounds now. 5 martial arts, whatever the hell, and anybody who knows me knows I'm legally armed. So there's that. Plus, I don't think nobody's really trying to mess with dudes any at all. I guess maybe, I don't know. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about that. What else? What else? Again, the major thing for me, considering I would know where I could shower, I would know where I'd be able to sleep if all else fails. Thank God I got that Chrysler 300. What else? What else? What else? What else? Obviously, I could afford food. I know where my shit is. Climate control storage. Okay. I do my own car maintenance and repairs. However, not having to pay all this, I can obviously throw money at people to do it, but do it properly, do it right. Yeah. The main and major thing in the whole intentionally homeless thing is the winter. That would be it. Short of that, I don't see any other thing, but I don't know if there's anything anybody knows that I don't. So that's it. But one way or other, I mean, look, it's either I intentionally live in my car with all of the with raw savings that includes, or go rent a room somewhere, put all my shit. Well, my stuff's going in storage either way. Go rent a room and have that. Hell, to rent a room instead of the entire year, maybe just during the winter, and then get out and. But that might be a bit much. Maybe it might just be easier, a lot less hassle to just. Sometimes you gotta spend the money, right? Anyway, I put that rice on the lowest setting, but there's no way in hell that it's not bubbling right now. So that's it, people. Even though the entire internet can weigh in on this, I specifically want to hear the thoughts of those. I'm very well aware that people that A, have a car and yet all that's running and functioning, much less have a car and a job, are considered the aristocrats of the homeless world. I am probably the number one of the 1% of the homeless world if I were to do that, considering, you know. But is there anything I'm missing? Is there anything I'm missing? So for those of you that have done this for this reason, getting out of debt, being 100% debt free, right? Is there anything about option one of just being homeless and living in my car that I am missing? So much such that I would need to go with option two, which is to just go rent a room and live out of a suitcase with my laptop. That's it. That is it. The comment section are open. I'm going to have this on YouTube as well as TikTok, and I will see what comes of it. Later.